Commander Jasmine Torres studied the tactical display with cold precision, her dark eyes tracing the last known coordinates of Recon Team Delta, deep in Crixothi territory, past the contested neutral zone, in a region so hostile that even the reptilian Crixothi avoided it during their mating season. And now both her squad and an entire Crixothi patrol had vanished without a trace. "Ma'am, command is ordering us to abort," Lieutenant Kevin Morrison said, his jaw tight. The young officer had served under Jasmine for 2 years, long enough to know she wouldn't like what he was about to say. "They're writing Delta Office Kia. The Crixothi are doing the same with their missing patrol." Jasmine's fingers drummed against her armor plating. "How convenient for command. How many in Delta?" "5, ma'am, and we leave no one behind." "Lieutenant, prep the dropship." Kevin nodded, expecting nothing less. That was the thing about humans that the galaxy had learned the hard way. They were viciously, stubbornly loyal to their own. It made them unpredictable, dangerous. The planet's surface was a nightmare of crimson vegetation and acidic rainfall. Jasmine's 12-person rescue team moved through the alien jungle like wraiths, their powered armor compensating for the hostile environment. Every species in the Galactic Coalition had called humans reckless for settling worlds like these. The Crixothi had called them insane. "Contact," whispered Sergeant Williams over the comm. 200 meters, multiple heat signatures, not moving. The team approached with weapons raised. What they found made even Jasmine pause. A makeshift shelter, constructed from both human and Crixothi materials, stood in a clearing. Outside it, 3 Crixothi warriors sat with their weapons lowered, their usually aggressive postures replaced by something almost resembling exhaustion. One of them noticed the human team and slowly raised all 4 arms in a gesture of non-aggression. "Hold fire," Jasmine commanded. She stepped forward, her rifle pointed down but ready. "Lieutenant, you're with me." Kevin followed, his heart hammering. The Crixothi were 7-foot-tall apex predators with reflexes that put human marines to shame. 3 of them could tear apart an armored squad in seconds, but these 3 just watched them approach with what could only be described as relief. Inside, one of them hissed in broken standard. "Humans inside hurt. We protect." Jasmine and Kevin exchanged glances before entering the shelter. The scene inside defied everything they knew about this war. The 5 members of Recon Team Delta were alive, though 2 were badly wounded, but they weren't alone. 2 Crixothi soldiers lay nearby, bandaged with human medical supplies, their breathing labored but steady. And between the 2 groups, sharing rations and water, was the impossible cooperation. Corporal Sarah Chen looked up as her commander entered, her face gaunt but her eyes fierce. "Ma'am, before you say anything, let me explain." "I'm listening, Corporal." Chen gestured to the wounded. "We ran into their patrol during the ion storm. Both our ships went down. Martinez and Cooper were badly hit, so were 2 of theirs. The storm, it brought something else, something from the deep jungle." One of the Crixothi warriors spoke, his translator struggling with the words. "The Devourer, ancient predator, kills all, knows no allegiance. It attacked both groups," Chen continued. "We had the medical supplies. They had the heavy weapons. We made a choice: die separately or survive together." Kevin couldn't hide his shock. "You're telling me you've been fighting alongside the for 3 days, 72 hours, confirmed Private Jackson, his arm in a makeshift sling. "We've held off 3 attacks, lost 2 of them, 1 of ours. The rest, we kept each other alive." Jasmine studied the shelter with new understanding. The defensive positions, the alternating watch schedules marked on the wall, the shared supplies. This wasn't just a temporary truce. This was a unit. "Ma'am," Chen said quietly, "they're not so different from us. They protect their own. They grieve their dead. When Cooper was dying, one of their warriors, Kresh, they called him here. He held his hand, who stayed with him until the end." The Crixothi warrior named Kresh spoke, his voice a low rumble. "Huma Cooper spoke of sister, of homeworld with blue waters. We have blue waters on Crixeth Prime. But understand loss." Jasmine made her decision. "We extract everyone. Our wounded, they're wounded, all of them." "Commander," Kevin started. "Command will never—" "I don't care what command approves, Lieutenant. These Crixothi warriors saved our people. We're not leaving them to die." She turned to Kresh. "Can you contact your forces? Arrange a meeting point?" The alien nodded slowly. "This will cause complications." "Let me worry about complications," Jasmine said. "Right now, we're all just soldiers trying to get home." The extraction was a nightmare of coordination. Jasmine's team carried the wounded while the Crixothi warriors provided cover, their heavy plasma cannons devastating the jungle predators that stalked them. When a pack of devourers ambushed them at the extraction zone, humans and Crixothi fought back, their weapons creating a symphony of destruction. Kevin found himself covering a wounded Crixothi soldier, his armor taking hits meant for the alien. When the battle ended, the warrior touched his shoulder with one clawed hand up, gesture of respect among their kind. The human dropship arrived first, but Jasmine refused to leave until the Crixothi transport appeared on the horizon. As both groups prepared to separate, Chen approached Kresh. "Will we see each other again?" she asked, The warrior's eyes, so alien yet so familiar, reflected something that might have been hope. Word continues, but maybe we remember this day. Remember that enemies can become brothers in the storm. As both ships lifted off, Jasmine watched the Crixothi transport disappear into the crimson clouds. Command would have questions. The Crixothi High Council would demand explanations. There would be courts-martial and investigations. But 12 humans and 5 Crixothi warriors knew the truth, that in the darkest moments, the line between enemy and ally became as thin as the decision to offer a hand instead of pulling a trigger. And sometimes, that's all it took to change everything. End.